One of the first things we're going to really dig into is errors and getting error messages. Now, before we did p1 plus 1 and we got 2. However, as you saw, I used a lowercase p. The reason for that is because, again, languages are arbitrary, but the creators of Ruby decided that you need to use a lowercase p. That's just how it is. What happens if I decide to go ahead and use an uppercase p? Let's find out. So we get an error. I'll read it to you. It says, undefined method, capital P for main object. Did you mean lowercase p? So again, this is basically telling us what went wrong. Saying you meant to perhaps say lowercase p, and instead you said uppercase p, but that's not a valid Ruby expression. Now, one of the biggest lessons that I think is worthwhile walking out of this class with is that error messages are your friend. Let me break down for you one other piece here. Do you see? I'm going to keep this highlighted for now. So again, it says undefined method, capital P for main object. Did you mean lowercase p? Do you see this number 1 over here? That is one of your biggest friends, that number. That number is telling you which line of your code has an error in it. Now, as you can see, we're at line 1. We only have one line of code, but this is telling us that your error is in line 1. To demonstrate more of this line number thing, I'm going to put in a few lines here. So I have p1 plus 1, p3 minus 3, capital P 10 times 2, and p1 times 1. So now when we run it, you'll see that it points out the number 3. Do you see that? This is super crucial. Number 3. It's saying you have a problem with line number 3. You want to look for that number. Again, the reason I'm stressing this is that most people, when they see an error message and they see that it's in a red font, they're like, oh, I don't want to look at that. I feel like I committed a sin or a crime or something. No, you want to look. It's your friend. You want to look at the error message. You want to see, hey, which line is wrong? Oh, it's number 3. What's wrong with number 3? Oh, this way you can easily fix it. So to really, really demonstrate this and hammer this home, I'm going to Slack to you a link that has an exercise in it. And I'll explain the exercise. So when you click on it, do you see this code in your browsers? The first exercise is that when you run this code, when you hit the play button, you're going to see you're going to get an error message. Your goal is to fix this code so that you want to run it and not get any error messages. Now you'll see there's a few bugs in this file. So after you solve one error, you're going to get another error. And you have to battle your way through all the errors until you can run the entire file and not get any errors.